Welcome today to a new segment with Dave and myself, and we're going to show you how to make a protein bar, a real inexpensive protein bar. Remember when you were a kid, about yay high, and there used to be a candy bar called Bit of Honey. And again, I'm not endorsing anything, but Bit of Honey used to be one of the best little snacks you could eat. It was made out of honey, peanut, whey, and egg. Today they've added soy and other crap to it, and I think it's a junk product. But back in that day, they were using some good stuff, and it was actually a protein snack, a real one. Well, I'm going to show you how to make that today. Okay, so those of you who are bodybuilding, you know, trying to get those big muscles, and you're walking around saying, yes, I'm a he-man, she-man kind of guy or gal, I'm going to show you how to make a protein bar or a protein snack or a survival food. If you're looking for survival stuff, this is a very inexpensive way of making stuff that will store for a long time. What we're going to take some MCT oil. Now, any oil will work. I like MCT oil because of the properties of the oil. It breaks down very easy. You don't need any bile salts to break this down. Your pancreas doesn't require very much work, and it's a good energizer. So anyway, I'm using MCT. So just putting enough in there. May need to get more. Okay, so you're putting enough in there so you get it going. And what we're going to do is we're going to add peanuts. Now,
how much oil would you say roughly?
Just probably maybe an ounce of that. You don't need much. Okay. The idea is to get this started and get it going. So what I'm going to do now is just going to put a handful of nuts. I'm going to do this gradually. Now, for those of you who are worried about peanut allergies, okay, add either rosemary essential oil to this, add either vitamin C to this, add a little TSP, which I don't have, to this. Okay, TSP is an antifungal and antibacterial. You can throw that in there and it'll neutralize this stuff. Vitamin C will neutralize this stuff, so will rosemary. Now, if you don't want to use peanuts, use almonds, use walnuts, use sesame seed, use sunflower seeds. This is just a foundation to get you started, okay? You can elaborate. Don't use soy, don't use any of those other peas. Those are really cheap junk foods, poison waste as far as I'm concerned, hormone imbalancing foods. They can throw your estrogen levels off the chart. They all have goitrogenic effect. They knock your iodine out. I don't encourage the use of any soy product whatsoever, fermented or otherwise. I think that's a lot of BS as well. We're going to say soy is poisonous, but it's okay to eat this soy. Doesn't make sense to me. Anyhow, that's just my thinking. Now, you do as you see fit. I'm just showing you what I would do and how I would do things, not what the mainstream health food industry will tell you or the mainstream food market will tell you. That stuff is crap. It's all it ever was crap. It's good for fertilizer, and that's about it. I'm going to add creatine to this. You can add whey protein to this. You can add egg protein to this. You can add all three to this. But for this, I'm just going to add a little creatine. So I'm going to add probably about 20 grams, give or take, which is about, well, maybe not 20, 10 grams, which is about 2 tablespoons. Okay, that's about it. Now we're going to get this started. Now start mixing up. Basically, we're making like a peanut butter initially. What I added here was stuff that's antifungal and antibacterial. In this case, it's thyme and peppermint solution and honey. Okay? Again, you can use essential oils, you can use vitamin C, use TSP, no problem. If they're putting TSP on your chicken, and how it's called in the food industry is sodium phosphate, you can put it in your peanut butter, okay? Now, you don't want to make a protein bar, but you want to make a peanut butter, there you go, I'm showing you how to do that too. So you get a 2-in-1 today. Now the reason why I'm doing it this way, I'm showing you how to slowly add to the mix. As you can see, it's growing, right? And it's getting thicker and smoother. And as it starts to get thicker, we increase the speed. Okay, as you can see. Okay, what we've done is we've built up the nut volume. Now I can go up a little higher if I want to, and I probably will do a couple more. And what the idea is, we're mixing all these things together, and so as it's mixing, it's warming up, it's heating up that nut and that oil, so it's causing it will cause a separation. Eventually we're going to add the honey to this, and when we add the honey to this, excuse me, what you're going to see is all of a sudden the oil will come right out of this. And then what you're going to wind up with is a goo, a little bit of goo. And that goo then will solidify, and then what you do is you eat it by the spoon. 2 tablespoons of peanuts is equivalent to a 1 ounce piece of meat, so it's about 7 grams of protein. And it's pretty complete. It's very little it doesn't have. So we've added the creatine with it now, so we will boost, because peanuts have high levels of phosphorus as well. So the phosphorus will help amp up the creatine into your bloodstream. You've made your phosphagen, okay, by doing this. So again, it's a cheap and expensive way of getting protein in your body. And so if you're not wanting to eat a lot of meat, okay, as you get older, you don't have the meat craving as you used to, whether it be animal, any type of animal, you can use this. And you'll find that when you're snacking on it, it does really curtail the appetite. So I'm going to do this for a little bit more, and then we're going to add the honey. As you can see, it's starting to go up. See how it's going up here, but it's getting smooth? What you do is just sort of tap it. See the oil coming out of it? There you have it. Goo. All right. Now this is still on the warm side, but see, it's getting it's kind of tacky or whatever. Okay. Now is it safe? Anyway, what you would do is you separate the oil and pour this. As you can see, there's oil there, right? Now the hotter you get the nut, the more oil you're going to come out. But see how it's just becoming more and more solid? Boom. Okay. What happens is the honey drives the oil out of the nut. And what you have now is basically a pure product. You know, this still has some of the fat in it. But that, we'll leave that for a bit. So you can see it's starting to already solidify. So you can make this any shape you want. Remember the old Tootsie Rolls, chocolate bars? You know, it lasts a long time. Some of you who are ancient like I am know about the commercials, you know. You chew a Tootsie Roll and lasts a long time. Well, this will have sort of like that consistency. Not as hard, not as, because we're not putting wax in there like they used to do. So as you can see, look, it's already tacked out. All right, and again, it's a solid food. Away you go. And when you're, now, those of you who have kids, this is one sure way to ensure protein, fat, and carbohydrate. Because we're using honey, unpasteurized honey. We're using a peanut. Again, if they have an allergic reaction to peanuts, use almonds. Okay, use walnuts. Use macadamia nuts. Use pine nuts, sunflower seeds. Okay, you can use tahini with this. This will work on about anything. Okay, so, and again, you can add egg protein to it. Look at that, eh? You can add egg protein to this. You can add whey protein to this. You can add any protein you want to it. Like I said, as this cools off, it will become very, see again. And so whenever you feel the need for a protein or a snack, okay, instead of going to the grocery store or the health food store, because the health food store protein bars are crap. I will tell you this. I've been doing this for 35 years, and I will tell you, what they had 35 years ago and what we have today, there's no comparison. The stuff they had back then actually had some real substance to it. Today, we've got soy, we've got vegetable oil, we've got canola oil, all toxic crap. It's in the protein bars. And it's a lot of these high-end protein bodybuilding companies that are selling this crap. And it amazes me, it really does, because again, it's all about saving the buck. I'm going to give you crap, and I'm going to profit by making you eat crap. And then you're going to get sick from eating this crap, and then you're going to go and buy more stuff here, or you're going to go to a doctor who's going to give you a drug, and the doctors don't know what the hell to give you because they don't have a clue either. Here, have an antibiotic, and this will fix you up here, or take this pill, or have a placebo. And this is what happens, okay? So, understand what we're doing here. You are making this stuff yourself. This is pure. Okay? It's pure. And you'll find that when you eat this stuff, it satisfies you. You're not craving junk. Okay? When you see these nicely wrapped bars in a health food store, leave them alone. Read the labels on them. Soy crisp. Why the hell are you putting soy crisp in there? Because it's a cheap filler. You will find people complain about gelatin as a bad protein. Oh, gelatin's bad, it's evil. Because the health food industry doesn't want you to eat gelatin because it's just as good, if not better, than some of these whey products on the market today. Okay? If you add gelatin to an egg protein, for instance, it increases the biological value of the egg protein from 93 to 99. Egg protein has the highest BB rating, of all the proteins. Soy and pea are at the basement. They're garbage. They actually had to come up with a whole new standard of measurement for soy because it was such a crappy protein. You can't digest the bloody stuff. It actually eats away at your pancreas, it destroys your intestinal tract, and eats at your esophagus, and wipes out your thyroid because it's goitrogenic. So anybody tells you it's okay to eat a fermented soy, woo, okay, it is knocking out your estrogen. It's going to increase estrogen in your body, and it's going to knock out the thyroid. Doesn't matter what soy you eat, it's crap. The reason why the Japanese women don't have breast cancer is because they eat seaweed. American women and Canadian women do not eat seaweed, okay? They eat all these estrogen-based foods, so naturally they have breast cancers and uterine cancers and all these other cancers. Same with the guys. You guys are eating all this soy, and you're eating all this estrogen, and all of a sudden you got a prostate issue, you got a testicular issue, you got a penile issue, you got brain issues going on, brain cancers. That's from the estrogens. Okay, so don't eat the crap. Please, do yourself a favor. Then you don't have to come see a guy like me, and then I got to tell you this all over again. All right. there you have it. I'm going to leave you on one little last note. I put out a new book. It's called Use What You Got. Okay, use what you got. Probably do a little segment here on this. This basically is a book and showing you how to use the stuff that we're showing here in the videos and other formulas that I've done on my radio shows. If you go on my webpage, you can look at the script of the show and you can see a lot of these recipes. I put them in a book form, but they will be only sold in CD format, because if I got to send this out to you guys, it's going to cost you a fortune. It cost me a fortune to make it. So it's on a CD. If you're interested, use what you got. It's about how to put this stuff together, how to use it, how to utilize it, and there's all kinds of remedies in there. So I think got 85 pages worth of remedies in there to show you how to put stuff together. It's going to sell for about $35 plus shipping. So if you live in the United States or Canada, that's what it's going to run you. If you live in Europe, we're going to do a little different with you guys, because to send stuff over to Europe or anywhere else is very dear. We will do it through the internet and through some other transfers that way. So, because I've got a lot of Europeans that say, hey, they like the stuff, but it costs so much to send stuff over there. So again, there's options. All right, there you have it from Dave and myself, a protein bar. Here, just one more time. See how it's getting tough and hard? This will harden up after a while. And when you go to eat it, then you just take a chunk of it like that. See there? Look at that. Now, if you want to get more elaborate with it, you can roll it up. There, you made a mini Tootsie Roll. There. And it's safe. Till the next segment, from Dave and myself, to your health. Take care.